All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are currently driving a 2-hour drive to Micro Center. This video is not sponsored by Micro Center, but if they want to sponsor one, guys, reach out below. So, why are we going to Micro Center? RAM prices are horrible. $500 for DDR5, the prices are absolutely ridiculous. But there are still deals if you know where to look. Right now, one of those best deals is Micro Center and some of their combo deals. So we're going right now to pick up a processor, some RAM, and a motherboard for a killer deal. Trust me, this is hands down the best deal you're gonna find right now for this level of hardware. Again, I'm not saying the processor right now, but trust me guys, it's great. So we're on our way there right now, and let's go see what we can find. All right, guys, today's video is sponsored by SV Boney. And their action camera. We are currently using it right now, recording in the car. It does shoot in up to 4K 30 FPS. It comes with 2 batteries and a ton of accessories. Now, another really cool aspect to this little camera here is it has dual screens, so you can shoot from the front or the back. It does have optical image stabilization, which you can see here. My viewers know we have tested out some of the more budget-friendly action cameras in the past, and their biggest fault is definitely their lack of image stabilization. It's huge. Now, considering I am always driving around scooters, cars, bikes, and testing all of them out, it is really nice to be able to find a budget option that I can actually use that's gonna give me actual quality that works here on YouTube. Now, included in those wonderful accessories, not only do you get the microphone, which I am currently using right now, which is USB Type-C, you can also charge via USB Type-C when you're not using the microphone, of course. But you also get a ton of useful accessories that work for action camera type stuff, as well as a waterproof IPX8 case, which is what we were using on top of the car. Now, we did actually test that in a crazy rain, sleet, and snowstorm. Held up just fine, but unfortunately, we got a bunch of snow and ice on the cover, so that footage wasn't entirely usable. So on that note, thank you to SV Boney for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now, let's get back to our computer build. Let's talk about what he has, what we're putting in it, and then I'll tell you guys where I got it. So coming into a system right here, first off, I did not take the cover off. Unfortunately, this cover became a victim of the move, which was like 4 years ago. It was a glass panel, it broke, he didn't really care, so naturally this is gonna be pretty dusty. All right, so what we have inside here, guys, is an EVGA RTX 3080. This right here is honestly a fantastic card still today. Doesn't matter that we're up to the 50 series, this is still a powerhouse of a card, and it's gonna get you through most of what games you really wanna play. This is gonna be able to edit videos, this is gonna be able to play games, this is still a very, very solid card. So that's the one thing here we're actually gonna be reusing. Moving up here, we have an i7 10700. If you're on a budget, it is not the worst card to have. But if you can save up a little bit with this deal we're gonna talk about here in a minute, man, this is gonna be a massive upgrade from this 10700. This is a pretty old processor. Next to it here, we do have 16 gigabytes of Corsair DDR4. This is 3600 megahertz or mega transfers per second, but it's only 16 gigabytes. It's slower. There's a lot left on the table as far as a gaming machine goes. The rest of it, Not super important because we're not reusing any of it for this build. Now, before we hop into the new stuff, let's talk about the best way to resell your old hardware. I know that sounded like a lead up to a sponsorship. It is not. But there are a couple of different ways that I have found work best when you want to resell your old hardware. Because obviously when you're upgrading, usually one of your strongest power points for buying the new system is, well, hey, I'm gonna sell this old system. I'm gonna recoup a little bit of money. So my favorite way to do it that I found brings in the most amount of money. One, if you have a case like this that's missing multiple pieces all scratched up, buy a new case. I know, stick with me. There's usually an investment when you want to make a little bit more. So with that said, we will be slapping this into another case. I'm not sure if I'll include it in the video, not super exciting. But Amazon has some fantastic cases for under $100. I'm talking full glass panel, glass front, beautiful, clean aesthetic, whatever you're looking for. There are a ton of cases for under $100. So I ordered one off of Amazon for this. It was about 80 bucks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take all this out, clean it, redo the thermal paste, and then I'm going to go buy a brand new graphics card. I know, stick with me. We're gonna go with something a little bit lower, like a 5060 Ti, maybe a 5070 if we can find a good enough deal. Because in the end, this is still just a 10700, so we need to find something that keeps this in the right budget range. Now, obviously, there's always the option. Just take all the parts out and list them as parts. I've had trouble with that in my area, bigger cities. Honestly, it might be fine. But this is my preferred method. Rebuild it, make it back into a gaming rig, and then sell it as a full system. Usually you can actually mark it up a little bit if you make it look nice and do it right. Cable management, huge, guys. But that's enough on that. Let's get this thing out of the way. We'll take the 3080 out of here later. Let me show you guys the new parts. Okay, this is the new parts, and this is the receipt, guys. Right here. Micro Center is not sponsoring this video. I wish they would. Micro Center, reach out, guys. Let's work together. Well, right now, hopefully still right now, they're running this fantastic deal. I'll walk you through it. You start with this Prime X870P Wi-Fi motherboard. This is not the cream of the crop motherboard, but this is gonna get done basically what 99% of all people wanna get done. We'll dig into a few more details about this in just a minute. Next up is the absolute powerhouse, 9850X3D. This is hands down the best gaming CPU on the market right now. Nothing beats this. I have a 9950X3D in my system. That is one step up. This is still better for gaming. Mine's better for all around performance and gaming, but I digress. This is the king of gaming. So that's gonna be going in there. Now, next up, RAM Pocalypse, right guys? What if I told you that this RAM was essentially free in this bundle? Because it basically was. So, motherboard, processor, and RAM, altogether $699 with their current deal. I priced out the stuff individually, and I could not find it for less than about $990 anywhere on the internet if you bought each piece individually. So this is 32 gigabytes of crucial DDR5 6000 megatransfers per second. Is this the fastest stuff in the world? No. But is this the slowest? Far from it. This is gonna be an awesome gaming experience and a major, major upgrade. But yes, when you do the math, if you look around anywhere online, you're looking at about 500 bucks for this and about 150 to 250 for this board, depending on where you find it. So essentially, you're gonna get 32 gigs of RAM for free when the average kit of 32 gigabyte DDR5 is $300 to $500. This is an in-store deal only. Micro Center knows what they're doing when they make these deals. They want you to get into the store because they're not making money on this, so they need you to come into the store and maybe you'll buy some other stuff like the other offerings we have right here. So first up, we're gonna start off with the M.2. He currently has a 1 terabyte, but it's been a little funky. That's kind of what sparked this upgrade. So we went with a Jupiter 1 terabyte M.2 SSD. This is a Gen 4, this is not a Gen 5. For what he's doing, this is totally fine. And this is one of the most competitive prices, and this one is on Amazon. The next two we actually did pick up directly from Micro Center. So first up, we'll talk about the power supply. This is a Corsair RM1000E Platinum. Corsair has been in the power supply game forever. They are phenomenal. They are going to last. They have awesome warranties. And this unit right here, again, in store only, on sale, $129.99. It's about $40 cheaper than I found it for on Amazon the day I went shopping. And keep in mind, guys, for the For the setup we're using, this is a little overkill. Realistically, an 850 would have been pretty comfortable. But a little bit of extra headroom just in case he wants to upgrade the graphics card later, because that is going to be the oldest part of the system now. Just food for thought. The GA2 Trinity by Lee & Lee, this is going to be the 360mm radiator, because just, quick reminder, this is the CPU. No cooler comes with these. A lot of the higher end CPUs from AMD and Intel, they no longer include coolers. If you haven't built a computer in a while, you might not catch that right away. So our total for all of this stuff together, including some Cryonaut thermal paste, there's tons of good brands out there, guys. I'm just a fan of Cryonaut, no specific reason. But our total, including some snacks, yeah, I got a drink and some snacks, and he bought himself a new desk pad. I told him to go to LTT store, but he wanted the one that was there, so he went with an ROG desk pad. Total was $1,328. Now that also includes tax. But since we're reusing his GPU, he's essentially getting an entirely brand new computer for just about that price. That includes our case too. Let's check that out. So we could have went with one on Amazon, but he saw this one in the store and he really liked it because of the curved front end. This is the Montech King 45 Pro. Around $130 for a whole case, brand new. Still a great deal. Personally, I might have stuck with Amazon on this one, but he really liked the case, and guys, in the end, that's what's important. Does it have good airflow, and do you like it? Really? All right, just a couple of cool takeaways in this case before we start building. First off, here at the bottom, they have these nice angled fans. They're only at about a 5 to 10 degree angle, but I think it looks sharp, and it's gonna change the air profile going around the graphics card. Most computers these days, they're just blowing straight into the bottom of the GPU, and well, it's not a bad thing. It's just, this might work better. Next up, this has a built-in GPU stand right here. This is fully adjustable. Right on the back, you can raise and lower it. It's just really nice to see that built in. So this case also has a very interesting power supply mount. This is a vertical mounted power supply. It's gonna go right here. The back is gonna vent out the top. And then right here, you have yourself an extension cord that runs to the back, so you can still plug it in like normal. Nice little touch though. That's pretty neat, and it's a really good way to free up a ton of the space here inside. But it's still thick enough to where you can still have a 360mm radiator right across the top with no issues. Also guys, it is currently 8:30 p.m. and he gets out of work at 10. I wanna have this done and installed before he gets out of work. So real quick, let's just take a peek at this motherboard. Let's look at the primary things a lot of people are gonna care about. All right, so guys, we have 4 M.2 slots on this board. So right up here on top, we have a Gen 5, right here a Gen 4, and then down here 2 Gen 3s. Now, if you don't know what the generations are, basically each generation, the speed just gets quite a bit faster. As far as the rest of it goes, we have pretty standard 4 RAM slots. A pretty unique take on a PCI X16 slot though, check that out. They took the button you need to release the graphics card and they extended it out to a push down button. So you don't have to kind of finagle your hand up and behind and poke it loose. That's really neat, I like that. Coming around to the IO here, we have 2 USB 2.0s, 2 USB 40 gigabyte. Those are the USB type Cs right here on the side. 2 10 gigabyte, well a 10 gigabyte and a 5 gigabyte USB 3, and then 4 more USB ports down here. Then of course it has 2.5 gig LAN built in as well as Wi-Fi 7. That's why it's called the Wi-Fi edition. But it's definitely nice to see the 2 40 gigabyte USB type Cs or DisplayPort, Thunderbolts, whatever you want to call them, and then the 10 gigabyte USB here. Also very nice touch. So enjoy this montage of me building this while watching YouTube on my phone. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for my build. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful, and this thing's gonna be a total monster, even with that graphics card being a couple generations back. But on that note, guys, thanks for watching this build. If you guys do wanna see me rebuild the other one, maybe do a live stream, throw in the comments down below. We'll make it happen. We'll see you guys on the next one.